All right, let's do it. DJ Akademiks says Boosie thought he was bigger than the program.
Boosie's head, he's thinking, man, all these people are paying Vlad for paid memberships. For me, they're all there for me. Well, I'm going to start my own Patreon.
Boosie thought he was bigger than the program.
And they're all going to come to me.
Vlad, you've been keeping kid gloves with him, and he's been keeping kid gloves. Because I could tell y'all love each other.
Yeah.
But still, Boosie thought he was bigger than the program, right? Like, let's be honest. Again, we love Boosie, and that's the thing. Because he even, when he aimed some comments at me, he was like, well, you're Vlad's boy, this and third. I'm like, listen, there's no other way to actually look at this, right? And I tried to look at it another way. Because a lot of times when you deal with people who have helped businesses through its growth, they'll use these non-tangible things to put to a worth. When you come up and you say, hey, listen, you did 4.5 million views. This is what the numbers is. If this is how the percentage is, this is what you get and I get. This is what overhead is to create all this stuff. There is no conversation. He won't even talk the numbers. So that's when people use intangibles to actually try to, massage what they actually want. These are the intangibles. Well, I made you cool.
Yeah.
Well, the black community didn't like you.
Yeah.
I made you. You know how many rappers called me? And when they called me, they're like, wow, you rock with that guy.
Yeah.
And those are like the intangibles where he's saying, for whatever I'm asking you that doesn't make sense on paper, I need to be compensated that way. Right?
Yeah.
And I've always said, listen, I understand those intangibles, but a lot of times people start feeling that they're valued that when their numbers start dipping. Right?
Yeah.
It's not that
Which his numbers did. His numbers have dipped over time. The pandemic, his numbers were crazy. Now the numbers are a fraction of that.
So
that's life.
Like, put it like this. And I made like an analogy, right? I don't know your numbers necessarily. I don't know if it's true, but I said there was probably a time where when Boosie was a regular guest on a particular given month, when he had an interview, maybe his views for that interview constituted about like 30% or maybe 40% of your overall channel views. This is way back, right? I said now, when he does an interview, it's probably 10%, maybe less for that month, because you have grown. The business has grown. You have a lot more known and also frequent guests that also give valuable insight that also do numbers. Maybe not Boosie numbers, but does numbers enough that could sustain. Maybe 2 of those equal a Boosie or 3 of those.
Right.
And what that does is that what Boosie's thinking his value is. Your value when you're bringing in 10 million views and the channel does 20 versus you bringing 8 million views and the channel is now doing 60.
In Boosie's head, he's thinking, man.
All right, y'all, I'm going to keep it all the way 100. I'm going to keep it all the way 100. DJ Akademiks is 100% right here, and I'm going to tell you why. Boosie had no real reason to justify the raise he wanted, the $10,000 raise he wanted. He had no real reason to truthfully justify it. Now, even Vlad saying he could possibly go up to a $5,000 raise was really, like, that was even kind of breaking the bank for him, especially because in a previous clip, Vlad even said that Boosie's numbers were declining. So this really, like what DJ Akademiks is saying really does make sense, because Boosie, he started a Patreon, and that's where he's been releasing his interviews. He's been selling it on Patreon for $6. I even seen a post he put up yesterday of all the topics that he has on his interview. Now, Vlad did say he bought his Patreon to watch the interview, and it wasn't the same as his interviews with Vlad TV, which I do believe, because Boosie interviews is not just Boosie, it's Vlad as well, and him asking the questions, his rebuttals, the monkey wrenches he throws in there. Sometimes he'll play devil's advocate. Like, their interviews is like, it's really a conversation when he's bringing these reoccurring guests on and they're talking about topics, and there's really a conversation. Then when you first come on Vlad TV, he gets your full story of everything. But when you're a reoccurring guest and you keep coming back, they're really just talking. It's really a conversation, and they're just talking about just hot current topics. So, but but I see what Vlad is saying here, and the thing is like to try and do what Vlad is doing, being Boosie, like it's 100% possible. But the reality here is you're paying a large production cost to keep putting out this content. To the person he has asking him the interviews, it's not like Vlad, so a lot of shit is softballed, and a lot of the editing and just there's a clip that even went viral saying like, yo, this should be clipped out, and it was Boosie talking about a rape scene, and he didn't clarify in it too, like of what the rape scene was. It was like of his wife like cheating on him with his best friend, so he was gonna drug his wife and then do things with her, but he didn't clarify it. So when the clip came out, it made him look crazy. So, but yeah, it's gonna take a long time to build up, just like Vlad and Boosie thought that his value is really bigger than what it truly was. And like the thing is just the Vlad TV, he's got millions of subscribers. He also has a bunch of reoccurring guests as well, so it's not just Boosie. So Vlad can still just keep going with his platform. But to truthfully, I think Boosie should have just stayed and kept the relationship going with Vlad how it was. But really, he just started pocket watching and was looking over and seeing what 6ix9ine got, and wanted to try and up his revenue because of it and get a raise. But it just didn't make sense. It just really didn't make sense. And his interviews are not even doing as what they would do with Vlad TV. So Boosie is making significantly less right now, significantly less, and is putting up a lot of upfront costs as well. So, and the interviews, the production they do, it does look good, but it's not the same like Vlad TV. It really isn't, and it's because of the interviewer. It's really a conversation. So, one thing is when you interview music artists, everyone could go and interview the same artist, but each interview it will be different. It will be a different interview with each person and each platform that they go on to do an interview. It will be different. So you really see the difference between him going on Vlad TV versus him doing it all on his own. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about this story in the comments below. Love.